Hello, this is Karen Ranzi. I am a 26-year raw vegan pioneer, and I would like to tell you what I eat in a day in the fall. For the seasons, I eat differently depending on what's available. Now, in the summertime, I'm eating a lot more watery fruit, lots of melons. In the fall, I'm eating more in the way of other fruits that are available because the melons are really sparse now, no longer as much available. I can maybe get a cantaloupe from time to time, and I like to keep it organic. I could get conventional, but I'm really sticking to organic as much as possible. And so, what am I eating in a day as a raw vegan? And I am fully raw. So, in the morning, I had today a glass of water, and then I had a green juice, and I started at about 10 o'clock. I focus on eating between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. so that I have about 16 hours when I am not eating at all. We're already into end of October. And this morning I woke up, had a small glass of water, and then prepared a green juice. The green juice consisted of about 5 to 6 leaves of kale, 2 carrots, 1 whole cucumber, 1 entire bunch of celery, and some sunflower green sprouts. That was my juice. And then I took a break and I didn't eat for a while, and maybe about half an hour, 45 minutes, and then prepared a really tasty cereal that's kind of like my substitute for oatmeal. I like to make a cereal out of fruit that reminds me of oatmeal. And that cereal consists of 3 bananas and 2 apples chopped and uh, blended up in the food processor with 1 or 2 medjool dates. And I blend that up so it's a real creamy consistency. And then after it's all fully blended, I put in some fresh blueberries, and I will sometimes add other fruit if I want to, but most of the time it's fresh blueberries, fresh organic. And you must make sure that you get organic berries because they are just loaded with pesticides if they're not organic. So, and then sometimes I'll put in some soaked raisins as well. If you soak them in water for a couple of hours, it does release some of the sugars. And so I like to soak my dried fruit before using it. And so I'll have a big bowl of that in the morning. Today for me, that was at around 10, between 10:45 and 11 o'clock. And I was working and I didn't feel hungry until later on. And my later meal, which came just recently, because now we're getting close to 3 o'clock, at around 1:45, I had a large green smoothie. It was like the size of the blender. And this smoothie consisted of beautiful organic chard that I bought from the local farmer this week. So I put in a bunch of leaves of that, probably about 7 or 8 leaves of beautiful golden rainbow chard. It was golden and red and green, really beautiful, rich colored chard. And then I added 2 fresh bananas, 1 frozen banana, and wild blueberries. And I added probably 1.5 cups of wild blueberries and about 2 cups of water, maybe slightly more, because I didn't want it so thick. Sometimes it comes out too thick. And the bananas also tend to thicken it. So I blended that all up, and I had this delicious rainbow chard green smoothie. It was kind of dark because I did put in a lot of the rainbow chard. Then now this afternoon, I have a bunch of errands to do, but I love to have a lot of veggies in the afternoon. I'll sometimes make a dip, but I'm not going to have time for a dip today. I do make dips for my classes that I host, and I have some upcoming classes. I have my 5-week plant-based and raw food classes coming starting in November. Well, that is an online course. Today's veggies are celery, cucumber, and red pepper. So I may eat an entire bunch of celery. I love celery. I adore celery. I especially love the really fine inner layers of celery. That's my favorite. And I love cucumber. I wasn't able to get it from the organic farmers, so I bought it from the health food store. It's not local, but still within my area. I think it might be from northern New York. And then some red pepper, which also comes from the local organic farmer. So I'll be munching on those later in the day. For my evening meal, I'm preparing something very simple for this evening. I have some mung bean sprouts that I've sprouted and they're ready to be eaten. And I'm preparing a big salad. So lots of local leafy greens, and I'll be pouring on top of it delicious mung bean sprouts. I try to keep my salad simple, not more than a few ingredients in a salad for easier digestion. And then I'm making a delicious hummus, no bean hummus, which is from my recipe book, Raw Vegan Recipe Fun for Families. And I'll have that book available down in the description for you and a picture of it at the end of this video. I've got loads of super simple, oil-free, well-combined, simple juices, smoothies, salads, entrees, and party food, desserts in this recipe book that are all healthy and aren't going to cause any health issues. So those are the kind of foods I like to eat and in very simple combinations. So the hummus is really yummy with 2 cups of chopped zucchini and half a cup of sesame seeds, and a teaspoon of paprika and the juice of a lemon. And I'll put in a little piece of garlic and blend that up. And it's just delicious with a salad. I really enjoy that. That's my dressing, this no bean hummus. Some of the raw food chefs sprout chickpeas for hummus, but I tend to have troubles digesting those beans. So I don't. I do fine with mung beans. They're those little tiny little beans that you can buy in the health food store. They look like little green pellets, and that's what I'm going to be having over my salad, the mung beans. But I love the no bean hummus that I use as the dressing, and that's going to be my last meal. And I will not be eating any later than 6 o'clock so that I have many hours to digest my food. And before going to sleep, I really prefer to have at least 4 hours before sleep without any food in my digestive tract. And so this meal will digest pretty quickly. It's simple, it's well combined, and it's super yummy. I am not deprived at all as a raw vegan. I make so many delicious dishes and dressings and party foods, entrees. If you are interested in joining one of my classes, you can see that information below. Thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe here. Follow me on Instagram at Super Healthy Raw. And please comment and like. I love to hear your comments if you have any at all. And I will see you next time.